Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Game Chat. I'm Chris, and with me today we have Kate.
Hey.
And basically this is going to be a main episode about EGX and what we played there. But we're going to first do a little bit of news, which is pretty big news of the week. That's that PS4, Sony, have finally decided to allow crossplay. Which
on
is,
Fortnite.
Well, yeah, it's on Fortnite. It's starting off on Fortnite.
I don't care until it comes to Overwatch.
It's a beta, so I imagine they're going to see how it affects their business. It's not going to affect their business much.
No.
At the end of the day.
If anything, they were losing business because people who wanted to play with their friends
Just went somewhere else.
who had the correct console were just going to move.
Yeah. But people might go back and play on the PS4 now. And buy stuff. And there's a thing coming in November where you can merge your accounts so people who made a separate account to play on Switch or whatever.
Yeah.
You can now merge your two accounts.
Okay.
And whatever you buy across each on any platform
They'll be available.
will also be available on the other platform.
That's pretty generous.
Which is good. Now, I can see where PlayStation are worrying with that, because if people buy all that stuff on the Switch...
And then just transfer it over.
They're not buying the stuff on the PlayStation at the end of the day. That's their worry. I think having the majority of gamers on PlayStation, majority of people are going to buy it on PlayStation.
They're going to go back to it, aren't they?
Yeah, majority of people are going to play it on PlayStation at the end of the day, and they're going to buy the stuff on there, so they're not really going to miss out that much.
If you got the choice between playing it at home on a main console that's a PlayStation or playing it at home on your Switch, you're going to choose your console.
I mean, you play it on the Switch when you go out.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean, yeah. That's why I said it at home.
Yeah, but if you're at home, you're going to play on your 4K TV, you know what I mean?
Anyway.
But that's so crossplay is finally allowed, so I think this opens the gates for the future of crossplay on other games, other third-party games.
Also.
I can see Rocket League being next.
I want Overwatch to come. That's the only one that affects me.
Overwatch
and Destiny are the only two that affect me.
I can see Destiny doing it. The only issue with shooters is the PC side of things.
Yeah, we don't need them.
No.
Leave them on their own.
I'm fine with them being able to play with us. I'm fine with that, but given the option to play
on a PC server.
Like on Fortnite, you can play with PC, but you choose to go onto PC servers at the slight disadvantage of having a controller. So they can't just jump into your servers and play against a bunch of console
on Destiny, it's not really an issue because
it's an issue in Crucible.
Yeah, but who plays the Crucible?
A lot of people. At the end of the day, yeah, it's fine for strikes, it's fine for everything else. PvE, you're fine. Like, PvE games are going to benefit mostly from this because, like, it's just going to sell more games at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I think with, like, Destiny and stuff, with the PvP section, just keep that console locked. Not necessarily just PlayStation, but, like, across the whole console generation, even Switch, but just keep PC on PC. Thing is, we've got the issue now that Xbox can use mouse and keyboard.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
No, that's a thing. So like people can. It makes sense for them because like with Sea of Thieves and stuff, other people playing on PC.
The Windows experience thing
makes sense, but it's going to be interesting when it comes to shooters with even the Xbox people. I think if it should be able to detect a mouse and keyboard. And if you use a mouse and keyboard, you're stuck with mouse and keyboard people. Not that I'm prejudiced against mouse and keyboard people, but like it's not fair at the end of the day for a console person to be playing against a mouse and keyboard person. The accuracy is on a mouse is just generally higher, and you can't help that. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, so they've got to sort that. There's going to be stumbling blocks along the way, but I can see this opening the gates for more games. We're going to start off with the smaller games like Rocket League and all that, and Warframe I can see happening. But like,
I haven't played that for ages.
Until
Bring back Blacklight Retribution.
Oh my god, that's a great game.
I love that game.
But like for the future, I think maybe by the next console generation, I think it would just be majority of third-party games. Like imagine like Red Dead, but like Red Dead Online across all consoles. That'd be sick.
I'm not going to play it anyway.
I would thoroughly enjoy that and please do that because that means the best thing for all gamers. People just want to play with their friends.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like that's what I want to do. Like if I want to play, it means I'll get all my games on Xbox One X because it's better than the PlayStation.
Yeah.
unless it's exclusive.
And that's why PlayStation don't want it.
Yeah, well, yeah. But
Corey had a really good point.
The thing is, they're winning, so most people are going to be playing on their console.
Corey had a really, really good point, just quickly touching on the announcement of the PlayStation 1 little mini portable
the mini portable thing. Yes, PlayStation Classic.
Yeah, he was like, this explains why Sony don't really want to do like backwards compatibility, because they're intending on selling us these consoles, which is a very, very good point.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
He's probably hit the nail on the head there.
Probably going to buy it. Not gonna lie.
I've still got my PlayStation 1, so I don't need it, but...
It's why the Switch doesn't do...
backwards compatibility, because they've got all the little mini consoles.
Thing they used to do. What's it called?
The game library thing.
Yeah, no, the thing where they used to be able to play the old Wii and NES and, SNES games.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The only reason Xbox can do that, because they've only had 3 consoles. And no one's going to buy an Xbox original classic, are they really?
I've still got my Xbox. I've got all my old consoles on my hoarder.
It's just a better way of doing it, having it as a backwards compatibility, I think. But still, we'll see in the future.
It's a collector's thing though, isn't it? Like having the little mini consoles.
I kind of want one just because it looks cool.
I want the Super Nintendo.
I want to see what the rest of the games are going to come on there, but it looks cool.
If it's got Resident Evil 2...
Stick it right there.
And Final Fantasy 8, then I'm in.
It's got Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, I don't want
that. So the possibility 8 will be on there.
Hopefully. Anyway...
But yeah,
that's really the news.
That's all the big news, really. I mean, there was the whole Bowsette thing.
Yeah,
which is just crazy. It's weird. It's just a weird thing that's going on right now, and it's a meme.
You do, you guys. If that's what floats your boat, that's what floats your boat.
I thought Bowser was sexy anyway. To be honest, he's a beast of a dinosaur. He's a dinosaur, right? He's a beast anyway. He doesn't need to have titties at the end of the day. But if Bowser do you know what I mean? If you want to become Bowser, you go ahead with that.
That's why everyone likes it,
because Bowser's got titties.
You like Bowser, do you? It's like, yeah, that's what everyone wants. Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, we'll move on to our EGX section of the podcast, where we're basically going to talk about all the games we played, what we liked,
to be fair,
what we didn't like.
Chris is very bitter.
I'm bitter about a couple of games, but most of this is going to be in alphabetical order, apart from one which I just threw in there because I forgot to put it down originally on the list. But we can
still do it in alphabetical order. Like I can tell you when that's coming up.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, don't forget about it though, because it's quite an important one.
It comes after H and before
I figured this out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, don't forget.
Okay.
So, first game in the list is Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Awful demo again. Same as last year.
Ubisoft dropped the ball with their demo. Mm-hmm. Just like they did with Origins, it was a poor demo. In fact, I think the Origins demo was better.
Yeah, it actually
because
was.
I did something.
Yeah.
But to be fair, watching the Odyssey demo from the queue and around when we were waiting in other queues, it looked alright. I was looking forward to playing it, and it was just
not very clear, not really memorable, not enjoyable.
Yeah.
But then we said that about
the mission they throw you in. It's like a massive battle, and it wasn't like you don't know the controls. And I can see people who've never played the new Origins they'll struggle because they're used to the old controls or just haven't played Assassin's Creed before. And if you don't know the controls, it's difficult. I played Origins and I struggled because I haven't played it in a while. So I couldn't remember what buttons were what, and they don't tell you. It's not like a demo where do these controls. Like
for me, it wasn't even that because I didn't play Origins. I watched you play it, but I didn't play it myself.
Good game, great game.
But so like it was like LB to use one of your specials, and I'm pressing LB, and it worked one time, never worked again.
No, you had to build up a meter.
No, because they didn't grey out. They were always white. It just I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah,
I had a look around.
Tell you what was going on.
I went under the water and I went up to the top and graphically it looked good. It was smooth. But it was just like
so it was smooth on some of the TVs.
Yeah.
Some of the other TVs it wasn't great.
You could see while you were standing in the queue that
it was chugging on some bits.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's like 2 weeks away from when we were at EGX. I'm hoping obviously they fixed it. Like I think that's a demo that's quite far back.
Yeah, it has to. It's got to have been. They did give you the choice though between who you wanted to play, which I thought was pretty cool.
Which apparently I read an article the other day that's saying that that's happening in all future Assassin's Creed games.
That's cool. Which
is good, because everyone complained about it when they said they couldn't animate women. So now they can. They've learned, guys. Go Ubisoft. But no, it could be a good game. I still like the idea of it. Like, if it's anything like Origins, I'm gonna love it, because I hated Origins demo, and I played. As soon as I found out that everyone loved Origins, I was like, you know what, I'll try it, and I loved it.
They really liked it.
We'll see if it's the same. I mean, you'll get the tutorial in the actual game, so it'll be alright.
Yeah, I want to play it. I'm not gonna go out and buy it on day one. Like when someone's finished with it, I'll have a go on it.
It's out next week.
It's the 5th, isn't it?
Yeah, it's next week. Is that next week? And next week, I'm gonna get it. I'll let you know what I think. Next on the list was Destiny. It's always at EGX.
It's the best. It's the best thing there every year.
They bought Forsaken this time, so they bought Strike and they bought
Gambit mode.
Did you play the Gambit mode?
No.
We didn't get a chance to play Gambit mode.
The queue for Gambit mode was ridiculous compared to the Strike. Thing.
I wanted to, but I just didn't get a chance.
They always give the best free stuff away. I heard good things
from people saying they played it.
It always it's just the it's an EGX tradition. You have to play Destiny. You have to get all the free stuff.
Yeah, free swag.
They were very, very generous with the swag. Actually, didn't we? Yeah. I went to the Destiny panel. We met the developer. The panel was pretty good. I hadn't played Forsaken, and I was like, should I go in case there's spoilers in it?
Yeah.
But it was really good. I quite enjoyed it.
Though,
yeah.
I enjoyed it. We still haven't played Forsaken. We're waiting until other games have stopped coming out and we actually have time to sit down and catch up, because we've missed the last 2 DLCs.
Yeah. We were scrubbing it and we didn't play it.
But like the Strike we played was fun.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
It's always EGX always gets your hopes back on Destiny all the time.
It always wins best like stand as well.
Yeah, because it always.
I don't know if it will this year, because I think it was a better stand, but
because previous years they had like an airport set up. It's basically that was what they were going for. So you'd go in, you'd sit on like beanbags and big leather chairs, and then you'd move on to the Strike when it was your team's turn.
At least the controls weren't messed up this time.
No, they were locked on. They were locked so people couldn't change the sensitivity and all that kind of stuff.
Do that, and he said you couldn't. I was like, oh.
There was a special secret mission that we cracked instantly because we walked in. We walked in and we went to get something to eat because Jamie needed food. So we went straight to the back and we're all sitting there. And Beth, who doesn't really game, is like, what's that shed over there? So we're all looking at this shed and we're like, oh, maybe it's where they keep like servers, blah, blah, blah. And then I realised this shed had... This shed had
flashing lights.
A spade on it. And I was like, oh, there must be something to do with Cade. So we got there. There's 2 ladies in there in Virgin Media shirts. Like, how did you find us so quick? We're supposed to be hidden. And we're like, well, we can see, we can just, like, they had, like, flashy rave lights that had loud music.
Yeah.
So basically, you're supposed to have your picture taken with Cade, upload it to Twitter. They would send you a map with clues, and you'd have to follow this map. And you get a code, and you put your code in the safe, and if it opens, you get all the swag inside. We didn't win, unfortunately.
No, we knew gold swag.
Nope.
We just got a bunch of swag in bags, which isn't as good as the swag you could win.
I don't know. I had some good stuff in my swag bag.
You got a hat.
I had a Destiny
hat. That hat.
I got a hat, a t-shirt. I got some playing cards.
The playing cards are cool.
It's pretty cool. They always have the best stuff. Anyway, moving on.
Destiny's good from what we played. I enjoyed the Strike.
I always enjoy it.
Days. And there's a big statue of Cade, so I was happy.
Pay your respects.
Next on the list, we've got Dreams. Now, I was intrigued about this game before we went into it, because I was like, what is the game? Like, because it's basically, you make games on it. It's like
Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet. Like, obviously had its own thing, but like the main thing for that was making your own like levels and stuff. But this seems like that, but way deeper. Yeah. Like, you can make they had like a selection of like, I think it was 7 games, little game modes, and like they were
so different from each other.
Really different from each other, like style-wise, graphics-wise.
So it was a text-based game.
Yeah.
We had to solve like a mystery at a party.
I didn't like that one. I couldn't be asked to read. And my eyes were hurting because I had contacts in. So I was like, I can't be doing this. I did it a little bit. I do like old games like that. I used to play on my PC a lot because I'm a little dweeb. But they were fun. And I will play stuff like that. They had this one where you got this little thing and you're trying to hug all these things.
Oh, that's made me sad, that one, dude.
I think if you actually get one, like you win. But there were little short demos, like showing you what the engine.
You were on like a
floating
island essentially, and you were a little square with arms, and you wanted a hug, and you go up to these. They look like cones. They kind of look like trees, but with no detail, like cones. And they don't want to give you a hug, and they walk backwards.
They reminded me of the gnomes at Little Nightmares.
They do actually. And on mine, they all just jumped off because no one wanted to hug me in the game.
I got close, but like these aren't obviously the stuff you'd be playing when you get the game. Like it's just showcasing what the capabilities of what you can.
There was
make
a Resogun type level.
That was alright. It was obviously.
You didn't go round in the circle like you do on Resogun.
It's like
it was
just straight, but like it was fun. There was another spaceship game as well, which is more of a 3D one. Like
I don't think I played that one.
Yeah, it's really good. Graphics are really good as well. Which is more of a dogfighting game.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
There was one where you were a square and you started off and you...
I like that one. That was my favourite one.
You started off and you were just like a square drawn on a piece of paper and all you could do was jump.
Yeah.
And then you get so far and...
You get more like 3D.
A pencil comes in and it draws your legs and you can run.
Yeah.
And then, it turns into like...
In the end, you're running forwards as in like a proper 3D. It's cool, man. It's really, really cool. Like, I feel like... Those games are all fun. Like, they're all well and good. But like, I feel like the main bit... Like, and there was like several ones around the edge and the one in the middle was the one, I'm pretty sure, that Media Monaco... was part of the story of the game.
Oh, I didn't play the middle one.
There's a middle one, that's their game.
Oh, I thought because it was like those two other players, so I didn't touch them because I was on my own that time.
And it's it's something like you're this little thing and you... I can't remember that. It's trying to get to like certain areas and collect stuff and you have to charge yourself to open up doors and whatever with electricity and stuff. It's really cool. It's really fun. That's probably... That was the best mode. Because that's going to be the actual story in the game. But that's not what this game's about, really. It's what you can make, what the community can make. Like, you could see people making, like, proper games from that are just as good as normal games. But, like, these are just going to be normal people. Like, you can sit at home just doing it at home without having to buy really expensive software to do all stuff like that. It's really cool.
On Little Big Planet, I'm sure there was like someone made a Silent Hill mode with Pyramid Head and stuff.
It would be like a good introduction for people into like game making and what it requires. Like I imagine it's not some of its stuff's gonna be easy, but like you're gonna have some stuff that's pretty difficult to do, but you'll be able to do it, and that's the thing. Like I imagine there'll be tutorials to learn and all that. People will do crazy shit on this. Like the best bit is we're going to see what people actually make, and you can just play through their game. But you can do VR as well, so you can make stuff in VR, which is pretty cool. Because I asked a woman about it who actually works for me and Michael, and she was saying, I said to her, is there like a VR component to it? She said, we're not demoing it, but like you can make stuff in VR. You can make VR games, which is quite cool. Obviously that'll be in PSVR, but I'm really looking forward to it. Like just seeing what people make and what I can make, because you never know. I might make the next masterpiece. I probably won't. I'll just remake Time Splitters if I can. That's what I'll do. Just remake your favourite game.
I'll make Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, literally.
Jamie will make Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. But
Corey makes Mass Effect 2.
I'm more hyped after playing it and seeing what the differences of stuff that people can make.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. The first one I played was the text-based one. And I was on that one for so long.
Yeah. I played all of them. Good. But yeah, like... Those... Like, it's shocking how different they were. I thought they'd be like more like just like 2D side scrolling kind of stuff, but like you can get the 3D and the graphics were actually really good as well. I was quite surprised. But yeah, looks fun. I'm definitely intrigued to play that, and we still don't know when it's out. We still don't know when the beta's out either. It's supposed to start this year, but hey, they said that last year. But it's looking like it's got stuff.
I'll just stop you there because I thought I was gonna like
throw it.
Properly. No, I needed to sneeze and I was kind of like holding it back because I didn't want to interrupt you, but now my nose feels funny. I'm not having a nosebleed, am I? I went a bit dizzy as well. Yeah.
Are you okay?
I think so. Anyway, carry on. We're on Hitman now.
Yeah. The next game I played was... Well, not the next game I played, although it was technically my dreams. Next one on the list, I played Hitman 2. Basically more Hitman.
It looked very samey. I didn't play it, but it looked very
basically the same as the last one, except you're getting it all in one game instead of installments. And better graphics. There is a few more things to do, but like, I mean, I went around as I was you doing the race track one where you got killed one driver and one like agent or whatever I think she was for one of the drivers, and I went in going all undercover and all that. Like, first of all, me and this guy, we watched this woman do it, and she messed up so many times. Like, I don't want to be harsh, but like, I hate going into demos and people being able to watch me, because I know, and it gets to me, and I always do bad. But because I was on the other side, I was okay. But like, he was going around shooting people, and everyone was dead in her wake, and it was hilarious.
That's me. I am that big. I wasn't, but that would be exactly how I would play.
I went in with a bit more tact. I managed to knock out this like mascot and stole a pink flamingo suit, and I was going around I went to a business meeting with a briefcase dressed as the pink flamingo,
and nobody said anything.
They didn't question it. They were like, you know what? You do you.
Is that like broken AI?
No, that's in the,
really like, polite.
The guy who I took his suit. He was meant to be going to the business meeting.
Why?
I don't know. I can't remember. But he was meant to be going to the business meeting. And you get there and you're like, oh, I didn't. You turn up in your suit, and you're like, I like my suit. Or something stupid like that. He's saying with like his deadpan face, and you think you can just see his head in there as well. It's hilarious.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I killed one of them. I only had time to kill one of them. We only had 20 minutes, and I was just going around trying to do certain stuff. I didn't get caught at all. It was great. Didn't die at all either. Guy next to me died though. But
you're so rude.
No, like,
excuse me.
It's easy to die in those games. If you get one thing wrong, and then you just got to kill everyone who's seen it.
That's
it's
me.
hard to
That's
do that.
me.
But yeah, I killed this one woman, and then her guards came looking for her, and I was just hiding in a trapdoor, holding it like that, and just dressed as a flamingo. And they just went past, and I came back up, and I was like, yes. And I take these little folders that she had for me, and I walked off. But yeah, that was a fun game. More of the same.
Yeah, it looked very similar.
But more of the same for Hitman
is good.
Isn't a bad thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like, the last one was an amazing game. Obviously, the issue it had was coming out constantly. Although I did feel like that did good for it, because it was constantly in the news.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I feel like it coming out all the time.
People get sick of it. Like when I used to play Telltale games, I'd play the first.
I forgot about that, actually.
I'd play the first, like, mission, like, segment, whatever you wanted to call it, and then I'd be dying to play the rest, and then I would just forget about it, and then by the time I actually come to play it again, it was almost finished. It's just better to just wait in games like that, I think.
No, they won't be coming out anymore.
They won't be getting any more games.
Because Telltale, they're gone.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but it happens.
No, this is where you slot that game in.
Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 3. We played that. Over to Kate.
Yeah, there was 2 demos. Mount Olympus fighting a boss that, if you watch the Hercules movie, which you should because it's the best.
That one looks the better demo.
It was basically you fighting the Rock Titan. And then the other demo was they call it the Toy Box. I don't know why, because it's Toy Story and it's in Andy's room.
It's because it's the open area.
Maybe.
It's the open world bit of it. That's why I probably should have done the boss battle, because that looked more fun to me, whereas the open world I was like, oh, it's fine.
See, because I'm pro at Kingdom Hearts, I managed to get both demos done in the time. I did the Rock
twice.
No, I did the Rock.
You queued up twice though. You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Oh no, yeah, because what happened was no, I understand. We both sat down to do it, and the idea was he was going to do one, I was going to do the other one. So I fought the boss because he didn't know, like,
I wasn't.
What was
I'm
going
not.
on.
You know, Kingdom Hearts. I'm not. I've never played it properly before, and
Yeah.
I don't know the controls, so I thought Toy Box would be easier for me.
I fought the
Probably
boss. It was not hard. Do you know,
is it not hard for you because you're a Kingdom Hearts veteran, or is it?
No, I think the first time I played it, I'd come off and I was really disappointed. It's been so long, and it's not that it was bad, but it hasn't progressed. You can run up walls now.
The camera angle is still bad.
It's always been bad, though.
Has been bad.
It's always
you
been
feel
bad.
like after 10 years they would have fixed that by now.
Combat is basically the same. There's this new element mechanic, which is like
it here.
I can't remember what it's called. It's
the ride thing.
Yeah, and so essentially, like, you're fighting, and
you can summon a ride, don't you?
A button prompt comes up, you click it, and it's one of the rides from Disneyland. So I've never been to Disneyland, so I don't. So like in Toy Story, it was a pirate ship.
The Pirates of the Caribbean ship.
And there's the teacups in there as well. When you're inside Andy's room, you could summon teacups, and you're outside, you could do pirate ship.
How did you do the summons? Because I didn't do it.
You obviously didn't get good, but what I did was I fought the Rock Titan, beat him pretty quickly because it's simple. It hasn't changed at all.
Maybe they had it on easy mode though, because of it being a demo, and they're thinking a lot of kids are going to play this.
Yeah. I used a ride to finish off the Rock Titan, and I don't know what ride it was, but it was a roller coaster, and you could just shoot him.
Was it a train?
Yeah, sort of.
That's fundamental.
And it was ridiculous. It was like the win button. It's basically an ultimate.
Yeah.
And then so because I'd done it so quickly, I went on to the Toy Story one, and I skipped all the cutscenes, and I went and did the missions. But because I wanted to watch the cutscenes, I queued up the next day. Well, I say queued up, I just walked in.
Yeah, I made the mistake when I was in the demo where I watched a lot of the cutscenes, and I literally played 5 minutes of the game because of me watching the cutscenes.
The cutscenes in that demo, like,
how long?
The first
it gives Metal Gear Solid a run for its money.
Like, I understand the first bit. So you get there, and basically it's them explaining why Sora, Donald and Goofy look like toys, because there's magic on it, so that every world you go to, you blend in, because they don't want them knowing about other worlds. But the cutscene goes on for like 10 minutes. It sets up the story, and then you get to the toy store, and there's like the first one of the Xehanauts, and that's more story. So,
I suppose I don't want to give away too much story.
No,
but like,
I didn't realise that I'd finished it. Like, I was going to queue again the next day because I thought I'd missed something, but then I watched like it was like a PlayStation thing, and the lady on stage basically played the 2 demos, and I'd done it all, so I didn't have to queue.
See, I had an issue in my demo when I played. I couldn't hear any of the voices properly. Like, they would, like, you're stupid. Like, the sound in the game was off. It was like the voice was like barely, like, you could barely hear it, and you had like the sound effects were really loud, the music was really loud, but like I had subtitles on, luckily, but I couldn't hear what they were saying.
I had my issue with the first
the sound was really messed up in demos, and I heard a lot of people saying.
We was on PlayStation, and my sound was really jittery. But the second day, when I went back to try and watch all the cutscenes, I got put on Xbox, and it was absolutely fine. There was no problem at all.
I hope that's not a problem.
So I don't know if it's just. It might have just been something to do with the setup, but
I think the headphones are messed up, man.
It looks good. It looks good, and it's just more of the same. But I was disappointed because I expected a bit more. And it's the last one in Sora's story, and I just thought it'd be a bit more like.
Well, they've been working on it for 15 years. It's not like they've had time.
We'll see. We'll see when it comes out. But I was initially disappointed. So.
We'll see. I think a lot of fans feel like that because they feel like it hasn't changed with the times. But you're gonna play it, and it's gonna do well.
I think it's having the 2 different demos is a good idea, but I think the Toy Story one was too cutscene heavy for people to really get a feel for it.
And they don't tell you to skip the cutscenes. That annoyed me. Until the last minute, he was like, "Oh, you skip the cutscenes because otherwise you're not going to get the game." And I was like, "Can we time this at the start?" Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Square.
And with like the guy when he's like, "You're the first of the Xehanauts," like that means nothing to you.
I skipped it.
You know what I mean? Well, that's the thing. Like it means nothing to people who've never played it before. So that is kind of an alienating demo to people who don't know what's going on.
They're just Woody and Buzz, and they're like, "Oh my god, Toy Story." That's me.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You know what? The graphics
they're
on
really
that
good.
wooden floor were fan-fucking-tastic.
It's always been good.
And it looked like near enough like the first Toy Story movie wise Pixar. It looked like that. Like obviously it's not going to look like the newer one, but like that's how far graphics have come in terms of that. That's really cool.
Square Enix have always been ahead of the game in graphics, but
yeah, it's not gameplay.
So I'm going to move on to the 7-hour plus queue.
That's me. It wasn't. No, it wasn't that bad.
It was.
Not for me.
It was awful.
So one of the biggest games there, and the one we've always got the biggest queue for the whole of the 4 days we were there, was Metro Exodus. The new game in the Metro series, obviously. It was really good. The game was really good. The queue, Corey and Jamie really wanted to play this game, and every time they got to the queue, it was like 4 to 7 hours long.
It was ridiculous.
And it's just ridiculous. Somehow, on the last day?
Yeah, it was.
The last day, about 4 o'clock? No, 3 o'clock, I went in the queue in about half an hour. And that was it. And I was quite shocked about this. Because I was like, it's been 4 hours for like the whole 3 days.
Yeah.
And I went in the morning on the Sunday as well. It's still 4 hours. I was like, fuck that. I'm not queuing 4 hours for a game that's like going to come out soon. But then I got in half an hour and I was like, yeah, boy. To be fair, they had a lot of screens in there, and it was one of the best setup stands. It's the one that I probably voted the best stand at EGX, because it's set out like, it seemed like it's Metro style.
An experience rather than
yeah.
I didn't go in, so I don't know.
It's really cool. All on Xbox. I think some of them are on normal Xboxes, and some of them are on One X's. That's because some of them had things above them. No, I didn't get one with a One X, which was disappointing. But the one next to me was. And I kept checking, I kept watching, like, there is a slight difference, I think. So I think it looked good. But I got in there and it was, basically, you start off with a crossbow and a gun, I think. And you're going into this, like, forest. You see this guy, who's been strung up, like, tied up with a rope to a pole and being attacked by a wolf. So you kill the wolf, as you do.
Do you have to?
No, you can just leave him there if you want to. Been strung up by the bandits there, so you kill the wolf, you let him go. Now, our mate Tom didn't. He let him go because he says, "Oh, I really like your gear." Tom just shot him straight in the face.
I think I would have done that, to be fair.
No, I just pointed the gun at him and backed off. I was like, "You fuck off! You're not taking my shit." So yeah, like the graphics on this game are really good. Like this is the most graphically impressive game that was there.
They got cool little necklaces as well.
Yeah, well, I'm not wearing it, but they got a cool little dog tag thing. I don't know what it says on it. It could probably say some weird stuff in Russian, so I probably shouldn't be wearing it. But no, it looked really cool. And basically you go in the demo and you basically got to take this bandit base, and they say in the game, oh, you can use stealth, you can craft and all that, and you can go in stealthy and kill them all without anyone noticing. Now, being me,
I would have just walked in as well.
Now you go to this bridge which is broken, and then these guys come out from the tree. I don't know how they're all in that tree. There's like 3 of them in a tree, and they all like come down, and they're like, they've just been waiting there in that tree for ages. And they come down and they're like, "You better get out of here, otherwise we're gonna kill you," and all that, you know.
Typical.
Talking the mouths off. And I've got a gun in my hand. I'm like, bitches. So I pretend to walk off. I walk round the corner. They fuck off. They must have been waiting for that tree just to say that and then fuck off. Probably going to lunch or something. And literally, I decided to go under the bridge, and there's like a sewer. There's like a sewer like tunnel that goes into their base or whatever. So I tried stealth at the start. I killed a few people stealthily, and then the third person I got seen. And then this guy decides to ring the stupid bell. And then everyone knows I'm there. Everyone. So I'm like, you know what? Let's put the crossbow away. Get the fucking guns out.
It's that like meme from Hot Fuzz. You know, it's like when a persuasion attempt fails and it's like loading the shotgun, like, shame.
The gunplay is really good. AI, I was a bit worried about because I was so close to them, they weren't even shooting me. They weren't damaging me. Maybe it was just on easy mode because of the demo. But I like the fact they were trying to flank me. That was cool. But basically, I shot everyone in the demo, and killed everyone. Some of the kills are really cool, and like you shotgun someone in the face, you know about it. Blood everywhere, it's gross. It's really like in detail game. But I didn't know what to do after that. I was spending 5 minutes of the demo figuring out what to do after I killed everyone, but everyone else is still killing them, and I'm like, oh. But apparently there was a zip line that you go down somewhere and then you fight a bear. But according to Tom, but I didn't know you fight the bear, so I didn't get to fight the bear. But apparently that's a thing.
Oh my God,
but it played really well, and I really enjoyed it. I crafted a few things, so you can make mods to your weapons and stuff. But like, I've never played the other Metro games. I've got them on Xbox and PlayStation now. So they're all remastered in a bundle. So I'm going to play them up before the next one, which comes out in February, just after my birthday or before my birthday. But
birthday present.
Hint. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm gutted for Jamie and Corey not getting to play that, because that's the main game they wanted to play, and I don't blame them not wanting to wear in those cues. But I'm gutted for them. But it'll be worth it when it comes out, guys.
Before we move on, you know what game you missed off while we're talking about Shooty Bang Bang? It's Division 2.
No, I am. It's in the bottom of the list.
Why was it not in the D's?
Because it begins with the.
Division 2. Okay, I'll let you off then. I'll let you off. I thought it should have been in the D, but whatevs. Okay.
Should have been in the D.
It should have been in the D. That's how good that game is.
So one of our favourite games that was there, to be fair.
I'm so butthurt.
And Kate's just butthurt about it.
Chris got lucky. That's
My Hero Wants Justice, which is just
amazing.
a stupid name for a game,
Amazing.
but just the My Hero Academia game, basically. So if you love the anime, you know what we're on about. Kate got her ass handed to her by me.
No, I didn't.
3 times.
No,
twice actually.
No, it was the first to 2, and
3?
like whatever, like
the best out of 3, basically.
Yeah, like had you on the tiniest bit of health, and then you decided to pull some mad shit.
So she had like this much. I had this much health.
It's disgusting.
She had this much health.
No, there was less than that.
No, there weren't.
I'm so upset.
And I just pulled out. I was playing as Deku at the first time, and I had the bubble girl. I can't remember the fucking name. Floaty girl.
Uraraka.
You're Uraraka and.
Bakugo?
Oh no! I had the teacher. Oh, why am I forgetting everyone's names now? All Might with me. You had
Chris
Azawa.
is a big anime fan, can you tell?
I love this anime as well. I'm forgetting the names. You had Azawa.
Azawa's the babe.
I don't know who else you had.
Look.
Todoroki?
Ah!
I feel like you had Todoroki.
I had Azawa, Todoroki, and All Might.
Now, Kate had the same team every single time.
I was beating the shit out of you,
Didn't change
Azawa.
at all. And I beat her as Deku.
He beat me the first time. I smashed him.
I pulled out some smash moves where it took her health from that much to 0 when I had that much health left.
It was bullshit.
It was proper Deku moment.
It's like, do you know what though? The character's quirk translates really well in those games. That's what I was a bit weary about, whether it was going to work.
Because when I changed to Bakugo, I had to play a completely different play style because I had to get you close to me, which worked well because you kept pulling me to you with your bloody scarves. And I'm just like, okay, I'll let you pull it to me, and then I'll just explode.
Yeah, but then you got smashed into the wall though. So
you did put me in the ceiling.
I put him in the ceiling like 10 million times.
Yeah,
I love Azawa. He's the best.
But
Azawa's the best boy.
I like the amount of obviously it's not really destroying anything because you can't get through it because you tried.
Yeah, when you do like Levolution. Or whatever you want to call it.
But the destruction's cool. It looks cool when you do it.
But you can't actually move.
And to be fair, as when I was playing as Uraraka and the pillars in the room, I could use them to throw at you. Yeah. And I literally just floating with them and just smacking you in the face. She never does this in the show. But hey, you got to make her powerful. But more powerful than she is, I guess. But
do you know what? Now I'm thinking in terms of quirks, I don't think I use Azawa's quirk. I think it's just a scarf.
Yeah, could you really use that though?
It'd be cheating, wouldn't it?
I suppose you could just stun me.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe you just didn't use it.
Maybe I just didn't know. Maybe I was using it and I just didn't know.
But
it was a cool game.
I really enjoyed that game.
We're looking forward to
Unfortunately for me, it comes at the same day as Red Dead, so I don't know whether I'll get it straight away.
I will.
You know what I will? You know why? Because we're going to Con that weekend. We'll get an out Switch now.
It's going to get heated on that train on the way down. Yeah. There's a story mode as well, isn't there?
I think so, yeah. There's a co-op mode as well. Yeah, man. But
it was really good. It was one of the most enjoyable games.
And was just really fun. One of the fighting feels good. Like some fighting games, you feel like if you don't get the combos right, you're fucked basically. But like it felt good, the fighting, and I could easily do all the stuff, which was good for me. Yeah,
you don't play fighting games, do you really?
No, I'm not. We after that we moved on to another fighting game, which we might as well talk about the fighting games now. Soul Calibur 6, and I got my ass handed to me.
Legit.
To be fair, the only reason I wanted to play it because you could play as Geralt from The Witcher, and I'm a big Witcher fan.
Men and Geralt fan.
I struggled to play as him, to be fair. Like the only thing I could do well was throw fire at you.
He's restricted by what he can do in his own game.
Yeah.
Whereas like some of the people in Soul Calibur can just do some like magic.
Yeah, who are you playing as?
Either, always.
The ones with the
whip.
The whip.
Yeah, she's cool, man.
Fucking, yeah.
Whipping
I couldn't. Literally, I couldn't get up at one point. It was
when a problem comes along, you must whip it.
No, you played well enough.
Yeah.
Right now, this weekend there's a demo, so people can play it. But it was fun. Even though I lost, I was still like, but still, I'll still beat you at My Hero, so it's all good.
Wow. Right till it comes out, you're gonna get slapped.
But yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately they didn't have a demo of Dead or Alive 6 because the license couldn't get through in time.
Right.
But I watched some people play it on the PlayStation stage. It looks so good. Like, if you play Dead or Alive, you know exactly what you're expecting, and the graphics look so good. They kept referring to stages as the new stage, but if you're old like me and you remember like Ultimate 2, a lot of the stages are from Ultimate 2.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, this new stage has been added. It's like, it's not, bro. It's been around since like the origins of Dead or Alive, but go off, I guess. So yeah, it looked really good. I didn't get to play it. I'm sad. I wanted to play it.
It's a shame.
So I love
that game. A lot of old games can be there, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's all the fighting games, really.
Yeah. The Stick Fight the game. That was fun. Me and Corey played that. It's an indie game where basically you're stick men and you fight each other.
That was wild, that game was.
It was mental. I've got that, and we're going to play that for the channel because that is super fun. It's up to 4 players.
That was one in the Switch area,
crazy.
The Nintendo area.
Yeah, it's not on the Switch yet. It's coming to the Switch, but I'll go on PC because I can't wait for that.
The trouble is the Switch gets everything too late. That's the trouble.
Yeah, it's a shame. But it's still for the game. It's so funny. It's just literally one of those indie games you can pick up and play and just have a bundle of fun. And these crazy snake weapons that you're shooting at each other, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. And me just killing myself just by running off the edge. Like, happened a lot.
It did look pretty fun.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that one.
One of the best games we played, Spyro.
Spyro, my boy.
Oh, it was so good. If you're old, again, like us.
Old school. And
you remember the Spyro games, sitting down and playing this demo, it was amazing because it's exactly like you remember it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's like, obviously it's not like you...
Pure nostalgia.
It didn't look that great now compared to... If you go back to it now, it looks bad. But it looks and plays like you remember like seeing when you're playing it. Like
the level for me that I remember in the most detail is the castle level, where there's like an alien, you got to chase him to get the egg, and you got to free the dragons, and
I remember that.
It's amazing. And all the controls are exactly the same as they used to be on PlayStation 1.
And it's still amazing. Like funny as well. Like it's still got a humour in it.
Spyro's still a little shit, so yeah.
Got all the dragons in it. It's just
it's really good.
It brings back memories. It's just as like the Crash games. Like brings back childhood memories, and I love it. Absolutely love it, and I can't wait for that game. It comes out in December now, I think, or November. I can't remember which one.
I think it's November.
November, but like
I'll Google.
It looks so good and plays so good.
It did play really well. that was a really good, well presented demo.
Yes, it was.
You had the option of three levels,
and you had time to get most of it done. To be fair, but yeah, like and then different. They're demos that show you different stuff, and you can do different things. So it's not like the same stuff, which is good because it shows you different aspects of the game. But if you like us and old people who remember it, you know what you're doing.
November the 13th.
Oh, that's not too far away then.
No.
I thought it was further away than that. That's cool. That's cool.
Definitely be picking that one up.
Oh, 100%.
Do you want to start your rant now then?
Yeah, Starlink. I was proper looking forward to this game. Just like, mostly because of the Switch thing with having Star Fox on there. I didn't even get to play this fucking Switch version. Because they threw me over on the Xbox side. Because it was near the end of the day and I thought, oh, you know what, there's 3 people in the queue. I'm getting in. Those 3 people got in and they got on the Switch and I had to wait for the fucking Xbox one. Which they didn't even set up. They set that up like after for me. Specifically, the headphones didn't work. So I had no sound. So I didn't, like, the subtitles, I don't like reading subtitles in games because you're not concentrating on what you're doing. And I couldn't.
You can't multitask, can you?
No, I couldn't read them at the same time properly. Anyway.
That's what we have to watch.
And
dubbed anime people. This is what I'm living with. Like, this is atrocious.
But it's just. I had the guy trying to tell me what to do as well, and it's like the demo was silly because it's a spaceship game. You're in a spaceship, and it was cool. I was started in space, and I was like, oh, you know what? There's a mission down on that planet. I'm gonna go head down to the planet. The heading down to the planet's cool. Like it does that whole thing when you enter the atmosphere and the fire goes over you and all that. Get down there, and there's a thing that's disabling your engine, so you spend most of your time in the spaceship game in the demo. Yeah, fighting on the ground and trying to take off. And having 30 seconds before you go back down again. Yeah. And it's like, this is a spaceship game. Why are you demoing it?
It is not a very smart move,
on the ground.
It's not a smart move.
Like, you guys even came over and you were like...
It looks atrocious.
This just doesn't look like it plays well. And then, you know, the guy was like, oh, let me show you how to do it. I was like, okay. Let's see if he can do it. Give it him. And he looked like he was struggling. And I'm like, this is not how a good way of demoing this game. I even said to the developer, who come over to me, he was like, what do you think? And I was like... Probably good when you're in space and stuff, but you're showing the wrong bit of the game here to sell a spaceship game.
That's the thing, like, demos of games are like Assassin's Creed Origins again. How hyped were you all for that game? We played that game at EGX and we thought it was awful. Nobody bought it until weeks after, where word of mouth spread it was good.
I won't do that with Starlink either.
Starlink's a big investment as well, because if you've got to buy the individual pieces, it's a lot of money.
I've got to say that's cool. Like, you gave me a table, well, for a bunch of stuff on there, and he's like, right, choose your spaceship. I have like 3 spaceships to choose from. You told me which one each one does. Like, one's fast and small, one's heavy and got a bit slower, but it's more powerful and got more health or whatever. I chose the fast and small one because I'm small, so I thought, why not? And so you choose pilot as well first.
That's cool.
So you stick your pilot.
There's a lady pilots.
There is. There wasn't available at that time. There is a...
Is it made by Ubisoft?
Yeah. But that was a joke. It actually is.
That was a joke.
But there are I was getting butthurt because I could see the woman on the other side of the table to me playing the Switch phone, putting Star Fox on there. And I was like, put this fucking
Justice was nuts.
But there was a guy on there already and there was another guy. And then he was like, the other guy's the main guy. And I was like, you know what, I'll put the main guy on. Because, you know, the main guy. And then I put the fast spaceship on, and you put it over him so it looks like he's sitting in the spaceship, which is really cute.
Well, that's generally how it works.
I know, yeah, but like I thought, like you know what I thought it was going to be like, oh, you just put the sticker on and then you put the spaceship on, but like it's actual guy and he's sitting in the spaceship. It's so cool. And then you choose your weapons, so you can put like rocket launchers on one side, flamethrower on the other, ice torpedoes and shit like that.
Sounds got too much effort to me.
They're alright, they're a bit flimsy, like getting them on and stuff. But
I think stuff like that, it always sounds fun, and then like I did it with
like my gun did fall off halfway through.
That Disney
I was
game.
Like, to be fair, I probably didn't put it on properly, but yeah, Disney Infinity.
Yeah. When they launched the Marvel version, I had the big starter pack with the stand and had all the Avengers, and I collected all of the Marvel superheroes. Yeah. And then it was like, I didn't even play the game, and I had all these statues. And yeah, they're cool because I like Marvel.
Yeah.
But they take up a lot of space, and it's more effort than you think it is.
To be fair, these spaceships looks like they're cool, and then they would look good on my shelf or whatever, but I have to keep buying loads.
Yeah, it's just annoying,
isn't it? I don't know, like, the weapons are cool. Like, when I'm doing the mission, I'm like... He says that the bad guys were weak to fire, so I was like, you know what? I had ice torpedoes on at the time. I was like, yeah, okay, let's change these. So you can change them partway through the game, so you can change the style you play and how you play it and all that. and you can even put them on backwards. Why you would, I don't know. But I accidentally put my torpedoes on backwards. I was shooting torpedoes out the back of my house. I was like, oh, did I change them around?
The premise of it sounds good, but it's just the demo was terrible. The fact that you spent half the time on the ground in a spaceship game does not showcase what that game is going to be, I assume. Because I watched other people playing the demo, and they obviously did other missions. Because I think the PS4 had another mission, and the Switch had a different mission, and they were actually in space, dogfighting in space. And I was like, I looked at that, I was like, why didn't I get to play that one? That sucks. Yeah.
But I wanted to have another go on it, but I didn't get a chance. But the fact that they showed that demo to me, it disappointed me. They even said to the developer, like, you're showing them the wrong part of the game.
Yeah.
But it might be good eventually. You never know. We'll see.
Another game that we waited a long time for, which constantly had a queue, the new Pokemon game, Let's Go.
Oh, yes. I enjoyed it.
See, I really wanted to play this because I didn't know if I wanted it or not. Like, I initially wanted it, and the more I'm seeing about it, the more I'm kind of not feeling it. And I thought, if I play the demo and I enjoy it, I'll buy it. And I waited like an hour and a half in the queue, and it was very basic. And you could only use the Pokeball controller, which is
terrible.
Appalling.
It was so bad.
It's really bad.
I don't know whether it was just the way the guy told me to hold it.
It's very sensitive. So like, you're moving. Say for like when you're battling, I'm trying to get my Pokemon to use a certain move, and I think I'm on it, and I click for him to use a move, and instead of using the move, it drops to the next one, and it uses that move instead, and that happened to me constantly.
It was terrible.
You can hear the Pokemon inside of it. That's cute. But it wasn't great, and I didn't come out of it.
I feel like it would have been better if they gave me a Switch controller.
Yeah.
But they gave me that, and I was like, am I holding this wrong?
The demo is really weird as well. I think they did it by how many activities that you did.
Yeah, because our mate Sam, he caught all the Pokemon, and they go, "Oh, you gotta finish now because you caught too many Pokemon. You didn't get to have any fights."
I fought a gym leader.
I literally, because I didn't want to catch every Pokemon, because I was like, that's the easy bit of the game. I don't care about that bit of the game, because that bit is just you throwing a Pokeball at the end of the day. And I've done that on Pokemon Go. I don't need to do that again. I know what that's about. But so I just wanted to go around fighting other people, and I thought about 4 gym leaders. Not gym leaders, trainers.
Yeah.
And
that's annoying though, because
you get to choose to fight them now though.
No, you don't.
You do.
Oh, because the ones I walked past, the guy was like, "You've walked past me, so now you've got to fight me." And I'm like,
really? You got one of them?
I'm just trying to walk.
Some of them you can choose now. Like, you have to actually go up to them and press a button, which was good.
It wasn't impressive. It was nothing. I feel like if I don't buy it when it comes out, I'm not missing out on anything.
I'll get it because it's Pokemon Yellow again, just remade in a different way, and I love Pokemon Yellow. That's my favourite Pokemon I played as a kid. It is a bit of a weird, like, it seems like Pokemon on easy mode.
Yeah.
Which is a bit weird. But
it's to bridge the gap, isn't it? It's to bring the people in that are too young to remember the old Pokemon games, and they're bringing them in with the attractiveness as the Go, and then when the proper Switch Pokemon game drops, then they'll be more inclined to play it. Essentially, I think is the plan. But yeah. A very weird demo. Just I think it should have been a structured demo that showed off everything it had to offer.
Like, show me a gym battle.
I did fight in the gym. Did you not go to the gym?
No, I didn't get to the gym.
I did.
Was it good?
It wasn't hard.
No. What gym was it?
I don't even. I think it was a rock gym.
You fought Brock?
No, I didn't.
There's rock gym in it.
Oh yeah, the guy had the bug guy outside had a Weedle. What did the gym leader have?
Oh,
I can't even remember, you know. That's how interesting the demo was. I can't even remember what gym I was
like. To be fair, I had an over-enthusiastic person showing me what to do.
No, see, that would have been fun.
Because he was like, every time I put a Pokemon out, or like, change Pokemon, he was like, "Come on back, Eevee, come on back.
See, I would have liked
Charmander." And I was like, alright, calm down. Like, it was fun, it was funny.
I would have liked
and it made me laugh. But like, I was just like, I was trying to ask him serious questions about the game, and he was just commentating on what's going on. And I said to him, like, so you know when you're playing it with the Switch, like, in your hands, do I have to keep doing this to throw a Pokeball? And he didn't know.
Yeah. That's the trouble with a lot of demos, like...
They're not actual people that know.
They're just hired to stand there, and they don't actually know anything.
Yeah.
And that's not their fault.
That's why when I was playing Dreams, I was actually like, right, there's a guy with a Medium Monocle t-shirt on over there. I'm going to ask him questions. Because everyone else had PlayStation t-shirts on there.
I went into Tomb Raider just for the free swag. Just because I wanted, like... The last few EGXs, Tomb Raiders always had the best free stuff. Yeah. So I went in because the queue was like 20 minutes long. So I went in and I played. I've completed the game. Like it took me like 4 days to complete the game, going to work and everything. Like, so I get in there and I'm playing, and this guy like is a few seats down from me, puts his hand up, and the woman comes over to him, and she's standing with him for ages and ages, and she's like, I'll just get somebody else. I'll get... And she goes and she gets this guy, and this guy comes over, and they're all standing around him, and I'm there, and I'm like... He's trying to get through a door that he needs the upgraded knife. So I, like, took my headphones... No, I didn't even have headphones on, because I literally was just there for the hearing.
Play the game.
And, so I was like... Dude, like, you don't go through the door.
I haven't even got that in the game when I'm playing.
I was like, you don't have the knife, so you got to come back later on in the game. And they were like, oh, okay, thank you. And I carried on playing my game. And they still didn't know what was... So they were like, can you help us? So I had to go, stop what I was doing, go over, stand behind this guy, tell him what to do, because the people running the demo didn't know. And then the guy came over to me and he was asking... Like, he was the guy that didn't know, and he came over to me and he was asking me, like, all these questions, like, what mode did I play it on? Did I enjoy it? Where do I think it compares to the rest of the trilogy and everything? And I'll be honest, like, I was really enjoying that game, and I got to the end of the game and I was severely disappointed.
No, you said that last week, didn't
you? Like, the ending of the game is not a great ending, and it's to do with them bigging it up. They were saying it's her darkest journey, it's the worst, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it just was a bit underwhelming.
When she's going to get her defining moment of the Tomb Raider.
I haven't finished it either.
That, to me, was not very effectively put across.
Okay.
I was expecting something like... her using the two guns for the first time. I was expecting some kind of callback.
Don't spoil that it's not.
No, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I was expecting...
what it's not either.
I was expecting a callback to the original games. And
you didn't see the butler in the thing, then. That's not the defining moment. Damn it.
And, when you finish the game, look, there's an after credit scene and all that. And it's like... I get what they meant after, like, thinking about it and sitting down and really, like, me and Jake discussed it. Like, I get what changed.
Yeah.
But I don't think they should have bigged it up as much as they did. Because I think people was expecting something epic, and it's not. No. I think overall, the gameplay in this one is the best. But the story is the weakest story.
I'm enjoying it so far.
No. We got good free swag though. We got a keyring, so that's all good.
Free swag. Well, that's why we go for EGX, really.
Literally, just for the free swag. Played the new Persona, like, dance mode. I say it's new. It's not new.
It's not new. It's new here.
It's new in this country, but it's not new in Japan. Yeah. It's very weird. It's essentially DDR, but you use a controller.
Which is not DDR.
It's very weird. If you, like, obviously you play Persona, you know, like, you hear, like, the same 5 songs on repeat.
Oh my god, is it that bloody song?
It's not the one you know. It's a different song, but...
No,
it's not that one. I played the one that's like, get up, yeah. It's that one. It's like the catchy one, like when you turn it on.
Yeah.
But it's just like the button presses didn't seem to flow with the song.
No.
So it's very, very weird. Not really much to report because it's just it's basic. It's a basic bitch demo.
Bitch game.
Well, yeah.
We also played more Nintendo stuff. We played Super Mario Party.
That was really good.
That was really fun. That's coming out next week.
Very well suited to the Switch.
Yes. I'm intrigued to find out more about the mode where you can just you can make your 2 Switches the same screen.
It's as many Switches as you've got.
That's ridiculous.
Apparently.
Someone's going to do some crazy shit with that.
Because it's like classic board game mode.
That's cool, man.
We've played like the gauntlet mode where you get like 5 mini games.
I lost every single one of them. I was terrible at that game.
One of them was like riding a bike and you couldn't go through the long ramps.
You got to have your Switch controller. You're doing that, which was cool. Like,
for people who are not watching on YouTube and audio, you need to describe what you're doing.
Yeah. You're moving your
Joy-Con.
hands in like a pedal.
Yeah, like the motion that your feet make. The motion your feet makes when you're riding a bike, but you're doing it with both hands on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's not a great method.
No, it's very like the old Mario Party on the Wii, where you're just like moving your finger.
It worked on the Wii because the Wii controller was long enough to do it, but on the Joy-Con it's really difficult.
It's still fun. Like it doesn't break the game because at the end of the day it's like 5 seconds you're doing it for, so it's not like. It's silly. I like the one where you flip in the steaks.
That was a good one.
And you gotta try and cook the steaks, and you use. You can see this game's going to take advantage of the
motion control,
the rumble thing.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Now.
Yeah, the rumble.
HD rumble. Like you can tell that was cool. Like
you've got a wok and there's a square cut piece of beef or steak or whatever it is, and so you shake the pan, and when it's cooked. Your controller vibrates and you flip it and you've got to cook every side to win.
Doesn't it vibrate till it's cooked?
No, it's when it's cooked.
When it stops vibrating, it's cooked. Oh, that's why I lost. To be fair, I lost because I flipped mine out of the pan twice.
I actually won that one.
Because you got to cook all sides, and sometimes it's difficult to get the last side.
There was a race one where you just generically... Well, it wasn't a race. Like, you're being chased by some Goombas or whatever, and you run, but there's obstacles in your way.
Yeah. That was unlucky, because every path I chose, there was obstacles in the way. But every path that Corey chose, there was nothing. And I was like, fucking jammy bastard.
There was one where you were all standing in a square, and like... I don't know what they're called, but if you played the old Marios,
charging like, down and up, like,
they look like rugby players.
Yeah, and you got to basically avoid them.
Yeah, they basically will run in a straight line. They either come vertically or horizontally, and you just got to move out the way. It's as simple as that. Everyone gets 3 lives.
Do you remember how many modes you said there was?
8. There's 80 modes. We played 5.
That's a lot of like party games.
So what was our other one?
I can't remember.
There was the American football one, the cooking one, the race, the bike. What's the other one?
Oh, was it a boat one? I feel like it was a boat.
No. Can't remember the other mode.
No, neither can I.
Let me just have a think.
I can't remember. It's another race of some sort.
I think it was a race, you know.
Yeah. It was fun. Either way, at the end of the day, that game's going to be super fun. Where you get your mates... Well, we're going to do a recording of it.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. But like, when you get your mates around and play that, that's going to be fun.
We also played Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. It was
so good.
Yeah.
I got to play as Bayonetta, so
Kate got to play as Bayonetta, she was happy.
Correct.
I played as... Sonic.
Gotta go fast.
No, that's not the character I'm going to be playing as when I get the game. Simply because...
He was awful.
It's too fast because I kept going off the edge. Using his spinny ball move. And then
slower.
Gotta go slower, yeah. They only had a certain selection of characters that you could play there. A lot of them wasn't. I think the only new one was Ridley.
I don't even remember. I saw Bayonetta and that's all I needed.
I didn't want to play as Ridley because I think that before the other guy was going to play as him, but he didn't. I can't remember who won. It wasn't me.
It was Donkey Kong.
Oh, was it the guy who played Donkey Kong?
The guy who played Donkey Kong came first. I came second, and I don't know where the other was.
I came third. I know I didn't come last.
That's what he's saying on the recording, but
no, I didn't come last. I know that much. I remember going saying that. Oh, I didn't come last then. It's fun. Obviously, when we're gonna get it and we're gonna play the shit out of it, like with recordings and stuff, multiplayer mayhem shit. Because that is. It's one of them games where like I still don't know what the buttons fucking do. But either way, it's fun.
It was pretty fun.
The only one who understands that game is Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot explained it to us recently and it blew our minds. He explained like the number at the bottom of the screen means how much, like how far you fly.
And
we was like, what?
I think it's the more damage you've got. Like,
the further you go flying.
Like, highest percentage you've got, the more damage you take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where you fly further when someone knocks you off the screen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You know why I lost that? I just remember what was happening when I was playing it. I forgot that Y is jump and not like what would be the X button on the PlayStation. So I kept like every time I got knocked off or knocked myself off as Sonic doing the spinny move, I couldn't get back up until like the last minute when I realised how to do it. I was like, oh. But no, it's fun. It was a very short demo. It was only
only got to play one game.
To be fair, it was only a 15-minute queue, so I wasn't really complaining about that. But at least we got to play it.
That was a very, very long queue as well. Most days, we got lucky.
We got lucky.
We got lucky with all our queues this year. To be fair,
longest I queued was half an hour, and I was happy with that. I queued more for food.
Yeah.
But I was happy with Super Smash Bros. I'm going to get it either way, so I didn't really need to play it. But like,
we wanted to play it.
I wanted to play it because it was super fun, and I watched loads of people play on the like big screen that they had, and it just looks really fun and really crazy. And like, if we can ever get 8 people on there, not that we don't have 8 people on the channel, but like that'd be really fun.
We can source some people. Yeah. We can source people.
Yeah, definitely. I also played Team Sonic Racing while you were playing the Persona demo. It's fun.
Same old.
Sort of. It's very much like Mario
Kart.
You can say Mario Racing. Mario Kart. Where you collect power-ups, use power-ups, whatever. Yeah. But you've got a team. I know obviously it's called Team Sonic Racing. That's why. You got a team, like you're free. So like, if you catch the draft of the person on your team,
you go faster.
All go faster. So like, and if you follow the path of a person on your team, you go faster.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are your teams set, or can you choose teams?
They were set in the demo. So I was Sonic.
Not Knuckles and Tails.
Tails and Knuckles. That you can pass each other powers.
That's cool.
And you combine to use ultimates, but you have to obviously get your meter up and stuff. But really fun racer. I got an ice map, which is annoying because then I had to really like use the power slide button because otherwise you slide off everywhere.
The drift.
But it was really fun. I didn't come first. I came like 7th, but you know, I was 3rd until the last minute when I got the equivalent of blue shells. But no, it was super fun.
He in last place cast the first blue shell.
Literally. But I don't know where I'll get it. I might get it. It's one of them where it's like, it's how many games can be the same as Mario Kart?
Yeah, literally. That's the problem.
But the team aspect's good. And if you've got like you're playing 3 players that you mates as a team, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We also played Man of Medan, which is the new game from the people who made Until Dawn. It was interesting.
It wasn't a very good demo.
It was obviously very Until Dawn-ish, style-wise, with what you're doing and your decision-making and all that. I'd say the issue with that demo was playing it where we were. Because you're not in a room where it's dark or whatever. Yeah. You can't see what's going on for one. You've got the reflection of all the EGX lights. The stupid red lights that were everywhere.
Yeah.
Off the screen, so you couldn't really see what was going on.
It was really boring, like it was just a lot of walking.
Yeah, it was a lot of walking and building suspense and...
No scares.
A few jump scares at the end. But like, I couldn't see what was going on the screen.
No.
So, but that's going to be a fun game. Like, at the end of the day...
What's the anthology called?
The Dark Chronicles, something like that. The Dark something.
Dark Chronicles Anthology or Google's. Mundane. Yeah, it was okay. It is just Until Dawn on a boat. Like,
you know what? Lie. And the fact that people know, like, they found out that their like forte is like those kind of games, that style, like horror decision making stuff. And you know what? If they keep making amazing horror decision making games, I'm happy with that.
I don't think it is the Dark Chronicles Anthology, you know.
The Dark Anthology.
Huh?
I feel like it's the Dark Anthology.
No.
Type in Man of Medan.
I could just do that.
It's the Dark something. The Dark Chronicle?
Dark Pictures.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You were close, Chris.
It
is super late here. We are recording this like super late.
Yeah,
we haven't recovered from EGX. We don't know what's going on.
I'm coughing a lot in this. It's because I've still got
con flu. We've all got con flu. We're all done.
I'm recovering, but I've still got that little cough that's always in my throat, and it's horrible.
Division.
Yep, Division 2.
That's my favourite demo, apart from Spyro. I really enjoyed it.
She enjoyed it because she got to play who she wanted to play. I got to play the new... Because you get the new classes, don't you? The new endgame classes.
The endgame classes, yeah.
Which are, there's 3 of them. You've got What was yours? Demolition.
I was Demolition.
You got Survivalist, which I was. I didn't like it personally. It's not my style of class, and it wrecked my gameplay. And then you've got the Sharpshooter, which is the Sniper class, which I wanted to be, but I didn't get to choose because we were playing with two random people. But you know, that happens.
I really
the gameplay was fine, in my opinion. It's just my character. I didn't know what she does in terms of like powers, and when I was using them, they didn't seem to be doing much. I think I was the healer, but I didn't know what the heal button was, so that was an issue. And they don't. I was trying to read the controls, and it didn't go well for me.
I really enjoyed it. I didn't use no powers. I just shot people, and I did well. So
people are less bullet spongy though.
Yeah,
which I noticed, which is good.
The AI is quite smart in this one.
Yeah, I got flanked by so many AI.
They flank like the snipers. If you see them, they change position. Like it's that demo was the best demo in terms of we sat down to play it. It was a clean cut mission with an objective.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing, right?
We completed it, and a guy came over and he was like, "Do you want me to put headphones on and offer tips, or do you want to just play?" And we were like, "We just want to play."
Yeah.
We finished it.
You could have told me what the hell he was.
And he was like, "Not many people have been able to finish this demo."
Yeah,
which I was quite shocked at because I thought it was quite easy.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you don't play those kind of games, you don't really know what's
going
on.
Yeah, Division 1, you know.
I love the Division 1. I scum the Division 1. I played it for, like, even when you guys stopped playing it, I continued. I couldn't let it go. I really enjoyed it.
I'm looking forward to Division 2.
It looks so much
the fact
better.
that stuff we played was endgame stuff.
Yeah. It looked really good. It played well. This new class specialisation is a pretty good idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Because if it's endgame stuff, like, you'll already have a play style set.
Yeah, exactly. You'll know what you're doing and all that, so it won't really matter. Like, it won't change your gameplay that much. You know what one you're going for.
I suppose it's securing it if they ever decide to. Well, if they've put endgame classes in, I assume there's DLC coming.
Yeah, probably.
So.
One of the other games that was in the indie section that we loved was Catanauts.
That was so good. It was so
basically much fun. Overcooked, and if you ever played FTL put together. So basically you're in a spaceship and you're getting shot by another spaceship. And you have to shoot your guns, keep your ship going.
Stay alive.
You basically power up your guns with batteries and all that.
It was
basically
really good.
Beat the other ship before they kill you. And it's like Overcooked because people have different jobs. Like I was repairing everywhere. You were firing the guns.
You know what? I know we've only played the demo, but I would go as far as to say it's better than Overcooked.
It's more like there's more stuff to do.
But at the same time, it seems like, because obviously you've got an objective and it's a clear objective, and obviously like there's variables depending on the level. But with Overcooked, like it's like you're making dishes, the dishes constantly change. Whereas with this game, like you always know
got a set objective, that
it's destroy the other ship.
Yeah, but there is obviously different stuff that happens, like when the
solar flares
comes in, we all don't get in that room back. Like literally, and the developer can.
There's like a bunker, and when the solar flare comes, if you're not inside the bunker, you basically die.
Or you don't shut the door, like me. That was a bad mistake. I pressed the button though. I just forgot to shut the door.
It was really good.
But no, it looks funny. It's out now actually, and I want to get that because that looks like something we could play on the channel. That would be really fun. And I can see a lot of different games coming from the Overcooked style.
Yeah.
Because it's an easy style to kind of understand what they're doing. I think it's a super fun style, and you got the chaos of Overcooked in there.
It is funny,
and it did really seem.
Overcooked is a really good game. Don't get me wrong, but I think I like the premise of this one better. I like the spaceship premise better.
Yeah.
So it looks really, really good. I'm excited for this.
Was there any other indie games that stood out that you enjoyed?
Figment was there, but we've covered that before.
Fogs
I really
as well.
enjoyed that.
Fogs we've covered before.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that game. That's just, I can't wait to get that game. That's super fun. Where you're the dog that's joined basically, and you got a kind of like puzzle based kind of like feed the snakes the acorn and get through and stuff like that. It's really cool. And one of you each head. it's a really interesting game. I'm looking forward to like playing more of that. Yeah. Other indies, like I mean, we had a quick look around it. We didn't get as much of a detailed look as we normally do, but
it was a very busy conference.
Doggo was one of them that stood out as well.
That was good.
That was like basically you going through it's a big narrative about a dog basically, and wasn't it like so he lost his family and stuff, and he's got to find his original
basically
family or something.
This couple have this dog, and the couple have a baby, and so they ditch this dog in a park, and it's sort of side scroller. You move along.
Platforming kind of thing.
Yeah, and they said it's the story of the dog finding his real family,
which is cute. Everyone loves dogs.
And then our friend, we all watched our friend play it, and they said that when you were playing it, there was like a guy was speaking who's like, "You're a good doggo, yes you are," and like stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. It was very good. The style
we knew we had to check
really
it out
nice.
as soon as we heard its name.
Yeah.
We're like, Doggo. That's going to be fun.
Hit that up. No, it was good. The indie section, there's a lot of stuff we've already played there.
Yeah. Because we've been to a lot of EGX. EGX Res. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's still isn't out, and it's still being shown. Like, Gangway's set every single bloody EGX. Like, it's a great game. I'm not going to queue up to play it again. You know what I mean? I already own it for one.
It's a lot of stuff we saw at Rest that we've already covered.
Yeah, like stuff like was the zombie one, Nature Zombie Apocalypse, that was there again. Fogs, like we said, that was there again. Just a bunch of stuff, a lot of stuff we've already played and talked about, basically. But still, they look good. I didn't get a chance to play the Untitled Goose Game.
That's the one we wanted to play.
Which I really wanted to play, and I forgot to go back.
We are sad that we forgot.
Looks super fun. I'm still going to get it just because you get to be a dickhead goose, which doesn't everyone want to do that every now and then. But yeah, this year's EGX was pretty. There was missing a few key games, like you wanted Resi 2.
Do you know what annoyed me? Like, what annoyed me was the fact that they were putting polls up going, would you like to see any of these games? And every single one of them, I voted for Resident Evil 2 Remake.
And then it wasn't even there. Most votes, by the way.
And it's like, if you wouldn't have teased it, I wouldn't feel disappointed.
Yeah.
Because obviously I wanted to be there, but I wouldn't expect it.
There, which disappointed me. DMC wasn't
Devil May Cry 5's not there. Capcom was just letting me down. And
then it's gone, which
it's really annoying.
And that's the German one, which is weird.
Yeah, literally, like the one that's going on now has got all them games. And it's like, well, what did you tease us for and then not deliver it?
Yeah, I imagine it's something to do with licensing and fit it in.
They sent me a survey and they were like, "Do you have any?
I did that survey too.
Do you have any complaints?" And I was like,
"I said not as much AAA games.
Don't tease games that you can't deliver."
Literally. But
a lot of people are saying it was a bad EGX, but I think that's an unfair term.
Yeah, I mean, I got the most games I've ever got done at an EGX this year.
I think it's saying it's bad is your opinion.
It's your opinion on what games are there at the end of the day.
If you don't like the kind of games that are there, it's an awful EGX. But if it's your thing, it's the best.
At the end of the day, I found games to enjoy.
Yeah,
not so much the big games that I really wanted to play over there, but like the games that I thought, I might get that.
Yeah,
worth giving a try, and a lot of them I will buy now because I've played it there. And
it was a lot more relaxed. It was, you didn't feel like you were rushing to get things done. We watched a lot of cosplay stuff. We watched some panels. The shopping area was not very great. It's
never that great though.
No,
we're too used to the MCMs now, where it's just everything.
Yeah.
It probably was like that normally anyway.
Yeah, there was a lot of stalls that usually were there every year, but they just weren't here this year.
Meme mugs were there. They're always there.
Handmade and Hellmouth, please check them out. They're amazing.
They're great.
They got the best meme mugs.
Just check out their site because literally memes on everything.
They've got Instagram, they've got a Facebook page. We'll put a link in the description. Go check them out. They're amazing.
I love them. But I enjoyed EGX. I want to go EGX Res this year. It's in April.
Yeah.
Next year, sorry. Try and get to that because we missed last year's, which is a shame. But that'd be pretty fun because I liked Res. Res is more.
It's all indies.
Yeah, more indies, and you get more time to talk to developers and stuff, which is what we like doing, and that'd be fun. Although there is rumours that EGX can be coming packs next year.
I could see that happening.
Because it's now owned by them, the people that do packs, which is interesting. And PAX UK it's been rumoured for a while, so it would make sense. Hope it don't move from the NEC though, because I like it being there.
Yeah, because it's easier for us to get to.
But like, if it moves to London, it's just London's just stressful.
Effort. It's so expensive in London.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'll still go at the end of the day, but.
Yeah, but imagine how much bigger the queues are in London.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, let us perish because it's late now.
Yeah, we're gonna end the podcast there, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
If you like that video and want to see more like it, then click this playlist button here. If you happen to want to subscribe to us and check out all our content, then click this amazing, sexy button right here. Look how enticing it is. You know you want to click it. And if you're already subscribed to us, well then you are already an awesome human being.